So if you wake up with a really stiff back or stiff hips, shoulders, then this flow is going to cover all of that. And you can wake up, get straight into it, and then feel amazing for the rest of the day. So we're going to start sitting down. And we're just going to close our eyes if you want. And we're just going to settle in here. Take a nice deep breath through our nose, fill up our belly, into our lungs. Expand fully. And then a slow exhale. And again, inhale, nice deep breath into your belly, into your lungs, expanding fully. And then a slow exhale. On your next inhale, you're going to bring your hands up to the sky. You're going to reach up as high as you can. On the exhale, we're going to place our right hand onto our left knee. We're going to twist back, place our left hand onto the floor, gaze over that left shoulder. On your exhale, you're going to twist that a little bit more. And again, twist a little bit more. Inhale, bring your hands back up to the sky. Reach up as high as you can. On the exhale, you're going to place your left hand onto your right knee, right hand behind your back, gaze over that right shoulder this time. On the exhale, you're going to twist that a little bit more. And again, take a deep breath. And exhale, twist that a little bit more. Inhale, bring your hands back up to the sky. On your exhale, you're going to place your right hand down on the floor. You're going to side bend to your right. That left hand is going to come up and over, reaching as far as you can. Can you get that right elbow to the floor? Think about lifting your chest up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, reach that a little bit more. Inhale, bring your hands back up to the sky. Exhale, place your left hand down to the floor. Right hand comes across. Reach in with that right hand for the left side of your body. Can you get that left elbow to the floor this time? And again, inhale. Exhale. Reach that a little bit more, bring your chest up to the sky. Inhale, bring your hands back up to the sky, reaching up as high as you can. And on the exhale, we're going to place our hands onto our thighs, onto our shins. We're going to bring our gaze down, and we're just going to round our back as much as we can. On an inhale, you're going to bring your gaze forward, you're going to pop your chest out, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Gaze comes down, we're going to round our back again, and I want you to think about spreading your shoulder blades apart. Good, inhale, gaze forward, squeeze your shoulder blades together. And again, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more time. Exhale. Inhale. Now you're just going to place your hands behind your back. We're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together. And we're just going to lift our hips off the floor. We're going to hold it here. You can relax your head down. You can hold it in, whatever is most comfortable. Bring your hips back down to the floor. And again, lift your hips up, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Chest to the sky. On the exhale, place your hips down. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. This time we're going to hold it for a little bit longer. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Pop that chest up. Think about squeezing your bum. And exhale. Come back down. We're just going to... Oh, it's a spider on me. Come onto a tabletop position. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Just give yourself a little wag of your tail. We're going to move through some cat and cow again. So gaze forward. Push the floor away. Starting from your hips, you're going to bring your hips in. You're going to round your back as much as you can. Push the floor away, hollowing out your belly. On your inhale, we're going to start from our hips. We're going to bring our hips out. Drop your chest. Squeeze your shoulders together. Gaze comes up. And again, starting from your hips and rounding your back, hollowing out your belly. Push the floor away with your hands. And then drop your chest. Bring your hips out. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. gaze up. So exhaling, inhaling, exhale, inhale. Now staying in this position, in this cat, I always get confused if it's cat and cow. In this cat, let's say, we're going to look to our left, and then we're going to look to our right. And again, look to our left, look to our right. One more time, look to our left, and look to your right. This time we're going to round our back, and we're going to do the same thing. So you're going to look to your left, but in this rounded back position, and then look to your right. And again, look to your left, look to your right. One more time. Look to your left, look to your right. And then back into that neutral position, hips back. We're going to thread our arm through. So we're going to inhale, bring our hand up to the sky. Try and keep your hips in a neutral position. And then exhale, you're going to thread it through. And we're just going to hold it here. You can relax your head to the floor. Think about pushing that left hand into the floor. Getting that right shoulder to the ground. Nice deep breaths here. On each exhale, I want you to think about pushing that hand further. So we're rotating our upper back that little bit more. Nice deep breaths here. Inhale, bring your hand back up to the sky. Try and keep your hips in neutral position. Try not to rock them to the right. Keep them to the left. Thread it back through again. Shoulder to the floor, twisting as much as we can. Nice deep breath here. With that left hand, you can bring it up to the sky, and you can either just kind of bring it to the side, so you're trying to rotate that a little bit more, or you can just bring it onto your lower back and think about opening up that shoulder. Holding it here. Place that left hand down to the floor, right hand back up to the sky, twisting all the way up, holding it here, and then back down. So this time, left hand comes up to the sky. Think about shifting your hips to the right. Now thread it through, shoulder to the floor. Holding it here, nice deep breaths. Pushing that right hand into the floor. On each exhale, I want you to think about twisting that little bit more. Nice deep breaths. And your next inhale, you're going to bring your hand up to the sky. Reach up as high as you can, hold it here. And now we're going to thread it back through again. Shoulder to the floor. This time, bring your right hand up to the sky, if you can, optional. And you can either just think about trying to rotate as much as you can, or you can just place it on your lower back and then think about bringing that right shoulder back. Nice deep breaths here. Breathing into your belly and into your lungs, and then slowly exhaling. Bring your right hand up to the sky, place it back down to the floor, and we're going to twist up, left hand comes up to the sky. Hold it here, place it back down. Okay, so sticking with some upper body stuff. So now we're going to move on to our lats and our shoulders. So starting with that tabletop position, you're just going to walk your hands forward, nice wide fingers, and we're just going to melt our chest to the floor. So you can either just place your forehead on the floor, or if you want a deeper stretch, you can place your chin on the floor. We're going to come up onto tented fingers, so on your fingertips, and we're just going to think about tucking our tailbone in, and then just lengthening our arms out as much as we can. So you should feel a nice stretch in your shoulders and your lats. Well, I think it's nice. Some people might find it not so nice. And we're just going to breathe deeply here. Again, taking that breath into our lower back, into our lungs. On the next one, we're just going to look into our left armpit and we're going to bring our right armpit down to the floor. So gaze to the left and think about pushing that right hand into the floor. Okay, we're going to hold it here for one breath. And on the exhale, we're just going to come back to that neutral position, looking forwards, either on your forehead or on your chin. My hair's going everywhere. I usually have it up, but it looks mental, doesn't it? And then we're going to look to our right armpit this time, and we're going to think about pushing our left hand into the floor this time, lengthening our arms out, holding it here for one long breath. And then exhale, come back to that neutral position, holding it here, tucking that tailbone still. And this time we're just going to drop onto our hands and we're going to come into a prayer pose. So you're going to come up onto your elbows and we're going to be like a shark fin with our hands. And we're just going to think about pushing our elbows into the floor, keeping that tuck of our tailbone. So this is a really nice one. Again, keeping with our lats and our triceps. Which is a really nice one to do in the morning. If you find that your back is quite stiff, especially upper back, this is a really nice one to do. Focusing on that breath. And then place your hands down onto the floor. And we're just going to bring our belly onto the floor. And we're going to bring our chest up, come into a cobra position. Either stay here or you can come into an upward dog, so pressure through the fronts of your feet, gaze forward, and then we're just going to sit back into our heels and then back into a downward dog. So we're going to flow through here. So downward dog, roll forwards into a plank position, roll all the way forwards, bring your hips down, gaze forward, either that upward dog or that cobra, and then back, either go straight into a downward dog or come to your knees first and then come to a downward dog. Oh, so again, roll forwards into a plank position. Think about rounding your upper back and then bring your hips down. Upward dog or that cobra position. Pressure through the fronts of your feet. And then back into that downward dog. Get there however you wish, if it's on your knees or straight into it. And again, let's roll forwards, round our back. Plank position. Hips come down like a wave. Gaze forward. Back into that downward dog. Pressure through your hands. Think about lengthening your spine, getting your hips nice and high. We're going to roll forwards, inhale. Bring your hips down. Good. One more time. Tuck your toes. Drive your hips up. Lengthen your spine. And exhale. Just come back onto our knees. And we're just going to lower all the way down. Oh, itchy feet. So we're going to bring our hands out like a T. And we're just going to come into some dynamic scorpion. So you're going to bring your foot to your opposite hand. Come back to the middle. And then other side. So keep it dynamic. You can either keep your arms bent or straighten, which might be less intense than straighten, more intense when they're bent. So choose your variation. We're just gonna come back and forth in your own time, stretching out your pec and your shoulders and your lower back. Just do a couple more on each side. And just finish off the one you're on. We're going to bring our hands to our chest. We're just going to push up onto our knees and we're just going to come into some hip stuff now. Oh, there's a birdie. So you're going to bring your right foot forwards and I want you to think about pushing your right knee out to the side. So you're bringing your weight on the knife edge of your foot. With your right hand, we're going to reach forward as much as we can, pushing that right knee out to the side. And you're going to take it, inhale, bring your hand all the way up and around so your gaze comes over that right shoulder. And again, up and around, nice big circle, reaching forwards. back around. Good, inhale. Reaching forward, pushing that knee out. On the exhale, our gaze is over that right shoulder, looking behind. Do a couple more here. Inhale, bring that hand nice big circle there. Reach around, keep pushing that knee out as much as you can. Opening up those hips. This is I love doing this one in the morning. Oh, it feels good. Working on that rotation, shoulders. Oh, this is two cockatoos over there, so cute. And then just keeping in this position, we're gonna just shuffle our foot in, so it's in the middle of the mat. And we're just gonna come into like a half pigeon. So your knees out to the side, hands either side of that foot, and we're just gonna rock side to side. If you have full pigeon in your practice, you can come into full pigeon. But this is quite a nice one if you find pigeon a bit uncomfortable. We're just gonna add some gentle rocks side to side. And then we're going to move on to the other side. Okay, so left leg forwards. Hands inside that left leg, pushing that left knee out to the side, weight on the outside of your foot. Leaning forwards, reach as much as we can, up and around, nice big circle. Gaze over that left shoulder this time. And again, arm comes up and around, reaching forward as much as you can, pushing that knee out to the side. Inhale, arm up and around. Reaching as much as you can, get nice and low, pushing that knee out. Exhale when that gaze is behind. Bringing that hand around. Yes, do a few of these, just in your own time. Just focus on pushing that left knee out to the side. Rotating as much as we can. Do one more, finish the one you're on. And then place that left hand back onto the floor. We're just gonna heel toe our left foot in, so it's in the middle of the mat. And then we're just gonna plop that left knee out to the side, hands either side of that foot, and we're just gonna rock side to side again. If you have full pigeon, then just go into full pigeon. Added some movement here, side to side. Oh, I think I just got bitten by a mosquito. Ah. Good. And then finish off in this position. We're just gonna stay in this lunge. Oh my God, I got bitten twice. Oh my God. So staying in this lunge position, and when you think about tucking your tailbone, we're just going to come into a half camel. So you're going to tuck your right toes into the floor. You're going to reach for your heel or your lower back. And we're just going to come into a back bend. So bringing that left hand over your head, squeezing your glutes. Take a nice deep breath. You can either go for that heel. It's going to look more like this. And then exhale, come out of that stretch. And we're going to swap sides. So bring your right foot forwards, either on your lower back or going for that heel. Tuck in that left toe into the floor. We're going to push our hips forward, squeeze our glutes, and then that right hand comes up and around. Nice deep breath. Think about big chest, squeezing your glutes. And we'll do one more each side. So come out of that stretch. Left foot forwards, tuck that right toe, reach for the heel or the lower back. That left hand comes up and around. Gaze wherever's comfortable. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, come out. Swapping sides. Right foot forwards. Go for that left heel. Hips forward. Right hand over your head. Nice deep breath here. Now exhale, come out of that stretch. And we're just going to finish on our backs. We're going to bring our knees into our chest, arms out to the side, and we're just going to come into some spinal twists. So knees side to side. Head, gaze goes opposite direction. Yeah, just a few of these. You can just stay at the side if you just want to hold a passive stretch, or you can keep it dynamic, whatever you feel like your body needs. And then last one, we're just gonna place our feet back onto the floor, and we're just gonna lift our hips up. We can either interlock our fingers behind our back, come into like a bridge position, holding it here. Think about squeezing your glutes, squeeze your shoulder blades back. If you can clasp your hands, don't worry. If not, you can just keep them out to the side or by your side like this, whatever variation you want to do. Just holding it here for one long breath. And then slowly unclasp your hands if you have your hands by your side. And then slowly think about tucking your tailbone in. And then vertebra by vertebra, bringing it back onto the mat from the top to the bottom of your spine. And we're going to do that one more time. So lift your hips up, tuck your tailbone, squeeze your glutes. Vertebra by vertebra, peel your spine off the floor. You're going to lift your hips up, clasp your hands again, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Nice deep breath. Holding it here for one long breath. And then slowly unclasp your hands, place them by your side. Vertebra by vertebra, slowly tuck that tailbone in. Bring your spine back down to the floor. And then just bring your feet nice and wide. Little butterflies up and down. And there we have it. Just going to focus on our breath to finish off. So inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 4 on my count. Ready? So inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. So you can either just stay there doing that breath count, or you can finish with me now. So we're just going to bring our hands above our head. We're going to make ourselves nice and long. Take a deep breath. And on the exhale, we're just going to bring our knees into our chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. And then just rock up and down your spine. Nice and slowly. And we will finish there. Hope you enjoyed that. Give that a go every day if you can. I'd love to know, when you wake up, what part of your body aches the most. Drop a comment below, I'd love to hear. And I'll see you in my next live, which is every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Perth, Australia time. See ya!